Hello my friends and welcome. My name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. Now, first of all, let's go to some of the news and events. Today Ukraine celebrates the National Flag Day, which is one day ahead of the Independence Day. So it is blue and yellow, the colors of freedom nowadays. Sevastopol, Crimea, again, as you can see, there are some of the traces in the sky. So Russia used the anti-aircraft systems and they claim that they destroy some of the drones that have been launched by Ukraine. About Dugin's daughter assassination in Moscow, here you can see her car totally devastated. But what happened to Daria Dugina herself? Well, actually, here she goes. And Russia firstly said it was hard to identify her because all of the body was just burned out. And basically now we have her in a coffin. Looks absolutely, I may not say absolutely great, but I wouldn't tell that she actually suffered that attack that was done on her car, and she was in a car. By that time it was fire. Probably her body was just thrown out from the car by the explosion itself. And here's her father smiling at the funeral. Today it's been reported that there was a fire on the territory of the nuclear power plant in Energodar, Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. However, later it's been reported that the fire was close to the power plant, not on a territory itself. We have the report from the British intelligence that Russia probably started moving barges into position to construct a pontoon bridge, or they call it a floating bridge, over the Dnieper River near to Antonovsky Bridge. As I said to you, it's kind of easy target for any kind of weapons, and British intelligence agrees on that, saying that a floating bridge would likely still be vulnerable to Ukrainian offensive action. Indeed. Well, good news from Germany. The brand new RST anti-aircraft system will be delivered to Ukraine very soon, in a few weeks. Before they said like next year or something like that, and now in a few weeks, it's awesome. Andrzej Duda, the president of Poland, visited Kiev today. It was nice meeting with President Zelensky, and Poland helps Ukraine quite a lot. Well, not only Poland, but the normal world helps Ukraine. So thank you, my friends, for supporting us. And we have the official notice from the United States Embassy here in Ukraine. They call their citizens to leave Ukraine. Once again, it happens. Why is it so? Basically because Russia may use rocket attacks on populated areas, civilian objects here in Kiev, and not only. So that is why the United States of America take cares about their own citizens, asking them to leave. And yes, I may admit that it could be risky to go to public places tomorrow. So all of the people who went at this Russian military parade attended it then last Sunday. So for tomorrow, everything will be, I hope, okay with no people. Today, the administrative building of the self-proclaimed Republic of Donetsk was attacked. So this is the office building itself, and probably it was artillery fire from Ukrainian side, or it could be just internal explosion. So far we don't know. So here we have the administration of the head of self-proclaimed Republic of Donetsk, and they want to prosecute our Azov soldiers in this republic. And Zelensky said, if you do so, there will be no any talks with Russia any longer. Oh, we have the information that the United States probably given Ukraine some weapons secretly. It is done just to hide weaponry supplies to Ukraine, because Russia may also strike the supply lines using their cruise missiles. Ukraine will get more weapons for closer combat from our allies. It means that probably we are getting ready for the counterattack, because the close combat weapons you mostly use attacking someone on offensive operation, and it's great. Here we have the regions of Russia, and the red are with the most volunteers, Russian volunteers, to fight in Ukraine. Not for Ukraine, obviously, but still we have some of the Russians fighting for Ukrainian army as well, but there are just few of them. Here they fight for Russia, and as you can see, this remote area, Khabarovsky Krai, how far is it from Ukraine? I think thousands and thousands of kilometers all across the Asia. It's interesting what they are doing here. We don't really know why they came to Ukraine. And now we have the information that Russia sent many more battalions from these volunteers to Ukraine, and also prisoners asked to join Russian military as well as volunteers. And if they join, they'll have less years spent in prison. So you may imagine the quality of those soldiers who are totally unprepared, so just meat on the front lines. And one more notice: United States believes Russia is planning strikes on Ukraine infrastructure soon. Interesting. There was a huge fire in Kharkiv factory yesterday. Just to look at this smoke, and yeah, you can see some of the buildings just near to that factory. It was huge fire. This fire obviously was caused by Russian artillery, which is very close to the city. United States does not support the policy of banning Russian visas to enter United States. I think it is done first of all just to brain drain Russia. So those people who have a nice degree, knowledge in some sphere, IT, engineering, they will go obviously from Russia. They will flee and they may go to United States, pumping up United States economy and destroying the Russians one. This part of video was filmed from the cockpit of MiG-29, Ukrainian Air Forces, and I was really surprised to see the GPS mostly used by hikers or tourists. I think we should collect some funds to buy the aviation GPS for our guys, or maybe they just need this small GPS for tourists. It is ST82 or 62, it's hard for me to remember. I used to have that one as well for my hike trips, and I don't remember where is it. Probably I may donate to someone who needs it. Obviously it is much better compared to fishing GPS that we spotted on a Russian fighter jet that may show you the depths of water and where the fish is located. Here at least we have the small GPS that does not obscure the view of from the cockpit. Maybe that was the purpose to put it there, because we don't have the factory-made GPS on Su-27 or MiG-29, because those airplanes are very old, ancient, made in Soviet Union. You can see those steam gauges in a cockpit, kind of old-fashioned. So obviously new fighter jets coming from United States, and not only will have more navigation functions, and they would not need this kind of additional navigation source. Zelensky had created Crimean platform several years ago to raise awareness of the world on Crimean topic, and today there were many of the leaders attending this forum online, and they all say that the world should recognize Ukraine in its sovereign borders, including Crimea, and we're gonna fight for it as well. Awesome present, and it's again from United States of America. Tomorrow they'll sign up the bill for $3 billion of weaponry to be delivered to Ukraine. So we'll not receive the money themselves, we'll receive the weaponry for that amount of money. And here we have the picture of M270 MLRS with ATACMS rocket. I hope that we'll have those as well. United States, thank you so much for your present. President of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, said that according to international law, according to United Nations Statute, Crimea should be returned to Ukraine. And after the meeting with Zelensky, Recep Tayyip Erdogan said that we are on the side of Ukraine. So obviously in Crimea there are lots of Crimean Tatars that are suffering Russian invasion. Russia treated them very bad, forbidding their organization. In Ukraine they'll have more freedoms, and obviously Crimean Tatars are very close to Turkish people. Oh, video, it's kind of old. It was filmed during this war, and there's how the phosphorus shell looks like. So it explodes at some of the altitude, and then you have this obviously wonderful looking like star fall or firework fall, but it's very dangerous, my friends. This phosphorus is it's very toxic and it burns, and you cannot eliminate it even with water. It's forbidden shell that Russia uses here in Ukraine. Ukraine will receive the modernized version of the Switchblade 600, obviously from the United States of America. It carries more explosives and it flies for the longer range. About the military map itself and the front line, I constantly monitor the situation. However, recently there were no any changes if we speak about the front line. However, Russia tries to get some of the land on the eastern part of Ukraine, and so far unsuccessfully. Today they tried to attack 8 times near to Avdiivka, Marinka and also Bakhmut, and we were able to defend our land so far. And now I would say that we have some sort of the standstill situation on the front lines, but I also think that we're gonna perform the counterattack. But for that one we need around 50 HIMARSes, many more artillery systems and obviously tanks, plus aviation would be fantastic. HIMARS may do some of the aviation job on the front lines. It may fire on a long range, destroying ammunition depots and also some of the vehicles, but aviation might do it more effectively. So I hope that we'll receive A-10s, F-16s and many more airplanes from our Western allies. My friends, I'm gonna keep you updated on situation in Ukraine, and if you like what I do, just press the like button. It helps me a lot. Also, if you want to support this channel financially, there are some of the links below. You may support me on PayPal, Patreon or Donatello, whichever you like. If you do support me, my friends, you are awesome. Thank you so much for your help. And I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.